Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I think I hear myself a little bit, yeah. We're live from Viking Stadium in El Monte, California. This is girls varsity flag football action between the home team, the Mountain View Lady Vikings, and the visitors, the Gabrielino Eagles. Art Takari, proud to be bringing you today's play-by-play. Game is just underway. Apologize for some of the technical difficulties. 6:18 remaining in the first quarter. Gabrielino with a 6-0 lead. The snap and a nice play call on the end around, and this is probably going all the way for another Gabrielino touchdown. Very well executed, and this time it was Amber Ha getting herself a rushing touchdown. Earlier in the game, she thought she had another one, but it's actually called back. She looks like she stepped out of bounds. But now that is just double the score to 12-0. The problem's continuing for the Mountain View Lady Vikings. Now trying to get the conversion. The quarterback is in. That is Chloe Trieu to get the extra point. Well, it looks like it was actually a 2-point conversion, so now it is 14-0. .603 remaining in the first quarter. The Lady Vikings have not been able to get anything going on offense. Their first drive ended in a punt. Their last drive actually ended in an interception, which set up the rushing touchdown for Amber Ha. They give up the middle. And that time it was Leslie Pineda. Doesn't get much there. That'll bring up second down. .540 remaining in the first quarter. The center is Angeline Ortiz. 4 at receivers and a running back. Here's the pass from Salazar. It is complete to about their own 20-yard line.
That time the pass was caught by Anaya Maldonado. Looks like it was good enough for a Viking first down. The freshman who can play as a wide receiver or as a defensive back.
And if you're not too familiar with flag football, looks like on each team it is, looks like 7-on-7, the handoff. Now another handoff. This is a reverse. Maldonado, she's got space. Had some daylight too. The stop was finally made. And basically what we view as getting close to midfield. So that was a good run from Anaya Maldonado. Gotta like the play call. The direct snap and then a reverse, and a timeout is called by the Gabrielino Eagles. Looks like their head coach, Benny Munoz, did not like what he saw. But it is a 14-0 lead. The head coach of the Mountain View Lady Vikings is Chris Rodriguez. Glad you're able to join us for some varsity flag football action. That's something I got to get used to saying. It's definitely a change here at Mountain View High School, but definitely a very good change to finally see a girls flag football team here. It has been a rough season so far for the Lady Vikings. When we take a look at how things have been going with their previous results. Overall, 0-2 in league, 0-6 overall. Their previous result was a 46-0 loss at the hands of the Rosemead Panthers. The Vikings surely will be trying to get a positive result today, but they already find themselves in a 14-point hole with 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Salazar once again back to pass. Quick release. Unable to make the catch that time was Madeline Aparicio. And from here, it looks like that'll bring up third down. Instead, actually, they're choosing to punt instead. Finally fielded at the very last moment. It was eventually fielded by Zaylene Oliva. She has one of the touchdowns today. And that is where the Eagles will start. I want to say that's where they'll start 1st and 10. But I got to be honest when I say that flag football is definitely something new to me. I'll do my best to learn this as we go on. So with flag football, looks like 7-on-7 on the field. Got a lady in motion. Got to be careful that there will not be a false start. The toss. Able to turn the corner that time. Getting a good gain was Amber Ha. Her number being called many times today. And that is good enough for a first down. In the shotgun, straight to Triush. It's a keeper. Can she turn the corner? She is able to. She's got plenty of speed. Finally, the flag is pulled. Maldonado making the stop that time. Good for another first down for the Gabrielino Eagles. Not wasting any time, the quick handoff. Plenty of space. A lot of watching here. Still going. For a moment, I was wondering if the flag was pulled down or not, but the referee said the play was dead at about the Mountain View 20-yard line. And right now, the Lady Vikings just have no answer at all for the Gabrielino Eagles. The direct snap once again to Triu. Turning the corner. Flag is finally pulled at about the 8-yard line. This time by Aparicio. So that should bring up 1st and goal. The snap once again. Now the quick toss. Amber Ha, plenty of speed. No problems getting into the end zone for her second touchdown of the game. And makes it 20-0. Now it's time for the conversion try. Triu looking to pass. That's what she does, and it is caught. The conversion is good. That time, the catch is made by Ana Jurado. And that makes it 22-0. Glad you're able to join us for this broadcast of Varsity Flag Football, all made possible by the Mountain View High School Vista team, put together by John Mann. Once again, I'm Ardif Takari, bringing you today's play-by-play from Viking Stadium at Mountain View High School in beautiful El Monte, California. Vikings back on offense. Salazar back to pass, and that one had trouble written all over it and picked off. Picked off by Geraldine Tapia. And that drive ending very, very quickly for the Lady Vikings.
Working okay?
So the Eagles will start first down at the Vikings' 26-yard line, a very short field to work with. We've seen them run the ball very well tonight, the Eagles. Will we see some changes where they want to start throwing the ball more? That's exactly what Trio is doing. She's got a lady wide open, just off her fingertips that time. Anna Hurata, who just caught the conversion earlier, had a touchdown, just could not make that catch. That'll bring up second down. Tree will keep it this time. She's got blockers in front of her. A good gain on the play, getting to about the 11-yard line. And like I was saying earlier, the Lady Vikings just having no answer for this really efficient, dangerous offense. The quarterback, Chloe Trieu, really taking care of business today. I'll bring up 1st and 10. Actually, from here, it looks like they're saying it's 2nd down. The snap once again, now the quick toss. Amber Haw, not much room near the sideline. So now this will bring up definitely 2nd down. About a 2-yard gain on the play. 23 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The direct handoff. Not a lot of room near the sideline. Went out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. That time it was Zaylene Oliva. Already has 1 touchdown today. And that is the end of the first quarter. The Gabrielino Eagles with a 22-0 lead over the Mountain View Vikings.
AC's nice when the door's closed.
Getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Glad you're able to join us for this broadcast of varsity flag football between the Mountain View Vikings and the Gabrielino Eagles. We take a look at the results and how the Gabrielino Eagles have been doing this season. 2-0 in league, 4-1 record overall, according to Max Preps. Started the season with a 33-6 win over Workman. And of course, I'll hold that thought for a moment as we're getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Looks like the referees are having a little chat with Gabrielino head coach Benny Munoz. Trio with the direct snap. Will she be able to get into the end zone? Yes, she is. And that makes it 28-0. So Chloe Trio, the quarterback, gets in the end zone with about a 2-yard rushing touchdown. Now for the conversion try. Trio looking to pass. Exactly what she does. Into some traffic. Incomplete. So the score will remain 28-0. Vikings starting 1st and 10. Excuse me, first down at their own 14-yard line. Well, we see some different formations. This time the handoff up the middle. That time, pretty sure it was Luna Buelna. Got a few yards. We'll bring up 2nd down. Looks like the Mountain View Vikings coaching staff making some changes on offense. I think this is the right way to go. They've not been able to get anything going early on. Got to try something. Back to pass. A short one to Buelna once again. Makes one miss. Once again, only getting a few more yards. And that will bring up 3rd down. 10:18 remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Lady Vikings in a big hole, down 28-0. Salazar, the quarterback, she has Buelna with her in the backfield. Looking to pass. Was looking for Amy Garcia that time, and you could just tell right when that ball was released, it just was not, the timing was not there. And that brings up 4th down. Looks like the Vikings will be punting. And Amy Garcia with a very good punt, taking a very, very nice Mountain View bounce. Finally fielded. And also taking a little tumble. But making this up by grabbing the flag that time. Very nice work from Maldonado. So from the standpoint of the Lady Vikes, good to see that the Gabrielino Eagles will not be starting with excellent field position. But of course, the bigger issue here is, will the Lady Vikings be able to get some stops and force the Eagles to punt? Or better yet, can they perhaps take advantage of can they perhaps maybe create a turnover? The quick handoff, now faking the reverse that time. And now with plenty of speed. That was Zaylene Oliva once again. And we know who the playmakers are for this Gabrielino team. Chloe Trieu, the quarterback. And the others, definitely Zaylene Oliva and Amber Ha. Amber Ha with 2 rushing touchdowns today. And the other one for Zaylene Oliva, and of course the most recent one from Chloe Trieu, the quarterback. Back to pass this time, or instead going to take it herself. Finally the stop is made at about the 35-yard line, but earlier than that, actually about the 31-yard line. And that will bring up 2nd down. Faking the handoff this time, though. The second handoff goes to Amber Ha. She's able to turn the corner. Might have stepped out of bounds. She stopped for a moment, but yes, she did step out of bounds at about the Mountain View 35-yard line. Definitely good for another 1st down. 7:37 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Trieu had it first, instead tosses it out to Amber Ha. Got a few yards on the play. Actually, more than just a few yards. Got to the Mountain View 25-yard line. Zaylene Oliva once again. Looks like she lost the ball for a moment. The stop was made prior to bobbling the ball. Triu once again. A nice play made. I think lost yardage that time was Jaylene Rodriguez making the stop. Definitely got to see some more of those plays from the Lady Vikes defense. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Still is a 28-0 lead. At this point, where the Eagles are in the field, it's got to be 4-down territory. And from here, yes, it is 4th down. And they are going for it. And a quick pass. The catch is made by Oliva. Got to about the 16-yard line of the Vikings. And yes, that is good for another first down. Triu once again. A quick toss to Amber Ha. Yes, the flag was pulled. And sometimes it's easy to get confused. You're expecting all the flags to be pulled off, but sometimes you pull off just one of them. Well, of course, that's enough. That'll bring up 2nd down. Triu was back to pass, but a false start on the Eagles. That'll back them up. Want to assume about 5 yards. Triu back to pass, taking her time. The catch is made over the middle. That time it was caught by Negami Lee. And that will bring up 3rd down. And time quickly ticking away in this one. 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Triu back to pass. She's got a lady wide open. The catch is made for a touchdown. Very well executed. Anna Jurado with the catch. First passing touchdown of the game. Makes it 34-0. Now the conversion try. Triu looking. Looks like she wants to take it in herself. Was unable to. So the score will remain 34-0. So Lady Vikings offense trying to see if they could get something going. Marley Salazar looking to pass. That one was just a little high for Anaya Maldonado. And that'll bring up 2nd down. A quick pass from Salazar. The catch is made. Maldonado. She was a target last time. Makes the catch this time. I want to say he got about 4 or 5 on that play. Looks like we've hit the 2-minute warning. Looks like head coach Chris Rodriguez giving his ladies some instructions. 2 minutes left in this first half. Would be nice to see if the Lady Vikings can get a good drive put together. Maybe go into the half with some confidence. And go into halftime with some confidence. The handoff now reverse. But let's see. How is that going to be ruled? The ball was dropped. So we'll be second down. That's where the play was dead. So second down for Mountain View. Salazar looking to pass once again. This is a high one. And yes, it is intercepted by the Gabrielino Eagles. And that time was intercepted by Vanessa Moreno. The Eagles will take over at the Vikings' 28-yard line. And the way this game is going, the Lady Vikings just cannot seem to catch a break. It's definitely been one of those days. Look back at what Gabrielino has done this season. Earlier I talked about they started the season with a 33-6 win over Workman High School. Followed it up with a 31-7 win over El Monte. Then a 31-7 win over South El Monte. Then a 34-6 win over El Monte. Then came their only loss of the season, which was a 6-0 loss at the hands of the Rosemead Panthers. Must have been a very, very tight game. That pass that time intended for Ana Jurado, incomplete. And, of course, the most recent result for the Eagles was a 38-0 drubbing of the Arroyo Knights. "17 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Looks like a timeout has been called. Not surprising if the Gabrielino Eagles will want to draw up a play that'll give them a quick touchdown. They might as well try. They've thrown some deep passes. Chloe Trio has a very good arm. There have been some opportunities for some deep passes, for some big plays. A couple times the ball barely going off the fingertips of the receivers. You got to assume they're bound to be successful on another one of these eventually. And with the score, considering the score is 34-0, it's downs like these were the perfect opportunity to try out some different plays that you might want to bring out of your playbook later in the season. So everyone back on the field, the Lady Vikings having to hustle back in a hurry. Trio with a quick pass. It is complete. Getting to about the 10-yard line, continuing all the way to the end zone. What a play with 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And that time, yep, you guessed it, Amber Ha getting her first touchdown catch of the game. So there should be just another, so actually the clock has already ran out, so just an untimed down. Or let's see, from over here, Was it a touchdown, or did Amber Haas step out of bounds? Now looking at the pass, it's Trieu, and the catch is made. And the Gabrielino Eagles on fire. I'm not really sure. A little bit of confusion here, so that should make it 40-0. Catch being made by Ana Jurado. Now it's time for the conversion. Trieu back to pass once again. Catch was nearly made by Genesis Rivas. Incomplete. And that is the end of the first half. So end of the first half. Looks like it is a 40-0 lead for the Gabrielino Eagles. I'm Ardif Takari bringing you today's play-by-play. We'll be back soon for the start of the third quarter. This broadcast of girls varsity flag football, all made possible by the Mountain View High School Vista Academy. Welcome back to Vikings Stadium at Mountain View High School in El Monte, California. It's time for the start of the third quarter between the Mountain View Lady Vikings and the Gabrielino Eagles. It definitely was not a good first half for the Lady Vikings. The score speaks for itself, 40-0. And of course, also to make matters worse, the Eagles starting the third quarter with the ball. Well, looks like they're starting off their first drive of the second half with a false start penalty. So that should be a 5-yard penalty. So that takes the Eagles back to about their own 9-yard line. They got a long field to work with, but they've been executing very well today. And now, you want to say, of course, normally in a different football game, that'd be a fumble, the opportunity for the Vikings to pick it up, to scoop it up, and possibly get a defensive touchdown. But instead, that is where the possession is dead, and this will back up the Eagles even more at their own 1-yard line. That'll make it second down and very long. You want to say that'll make it about second down in a mile. This is where the Eagles have got to be careful. I don't think they want to give up a safety by making another mistake in their own end zone. Trieu back to pass. Throwing this one high into the air, into some traffic. Incomplete. Very fortunate that time for the Vikings. That pass was intended for Dene De Jesus. So that'll make it third down and long, and a very, very good opportunity for the Vikings to get the ball back and perhaps have some really good field position for the first time today. But of course, don't want to speak too soon. Instead, Trieu will keep it herself. And still running. Finally, the stop is made by Luna Buelna. And the question here is, was that enough for a first down? And actually, it was not. And boy, was that close. That would have been very crushing for the Vikings to give up a first down on the keeper from Chloe Trieu. Good call from Benny Munoz, though, and really catching the Lady Vikings off guard. So for the first time today, we will see the Eagles in a punting formation. No kind of rush here, and there is the punt. Maldonado having a little trouble fielding it. Finally got it at the last moment. From here, a bit scary, not going to lie, but that is where the Vikings will start first down at about their own 26-yard line. The quarterback, Marley Salazar, taking the snap. The quick handoff to Luna Buelna. And got a pretty good gain on the play. Well, it looked like a pretty good gain, but actually, I think it was maybe about perhaps at one time I wanted to say 4 yards. But no, actually, it was definitely a very good run to midfield at the 40-yard line. Good for a first down. Once again, a very good run by number 18, Luna Buelna, the freshman who plays as a running back, wide receiver, and as a defensive back. Salazar back to pass. Catch is made by Amy Garcia over the middle. Got a couple yards on the play, but a flag was thrown. You have to wonder if Yep, in that area where the flag was thrown, you have to wonder if it was an illegal block in the back or a hold, and yes, it was a hold. That should be a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. So this will back up the Lady Vikings. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. Salazar in the shotgun. And the first handoff now a reverse to Maldonado. Does she have blockers in front of her? She has done a good job keeping the ball. Still has it. Can she go all the way to the end zone? I was about to get excited for that. But looks like she might have stepped out of bounds at about the 28 or 27 yard line. But a very good run on the play. And looks like it was good for another first down. Looks like a timeout has been called. Let's take a look at how the Lady Vikings have done this season. Mentioned earlier an overall record of 0 wins, 6 losses. Started the season with a 40-0 loss to Montebello, then a close 13-12 loss to the El Monte Lions, then a 27-12 loss to the Arroyo Knights, a 40-0 drubbing at the hands of Duarte, and also a 38-6 loss to South El Monte, and recently a 46-0 loss at the hands of the Rosemead Panthers. Right now, the Lady Vikings find themselves down 40-0 at home. This drive, their first drive of the second half, definitely a positive compared to what we've seen earlier in this game. Finally in Gabrielino territory, and the short pass to Luna Buelna with a nice spin move. Got a few yards on the play. So this will bring up third down. Salazar in the shotgun with Buelna in the backfield. Back to pass. This one high in the air. Nearly caught by Amy Garcia. Incomplete. Now we'll bring up fourth down. That will bring up fourth down. No surprise here. This has got to be 4-down territory. You're down 40-0. It actually looks like it's 4th and 7 at the Gabrielino 27-yard line. We see Salazar want to pass this one. It is a quick pass to Maldonado. Will she be able to get the first down? And from here, yeah, that I want to say, yes, that is enough. Another big play. Lady Vikings have got to like what they're doing here to start the third quarter. First, they're able to force the Gabrielino Eagles to punt. Now here they are on their best drive of the day. Now at the Gabrielino 19-yard line. Get a few yards here, get a few yards there. It's 4-down territory, nothing to lose. Salazar back to pass. That one nearly intercepted, instead knocked down incomplete by Lola Rodriguez. So second down from the Gabrielino 19-yard line. The handoff to Buelna, trying to turn the corner. Still going. And yes, she is in for the touchdown. Excellent run from Luna Buelna. The Lady Vikings getting their first points of the day. To a 19-yard touchdown run for Luna Buelna. Lead is cut to 40-6. Now for the conversion try. Salazar with the quick pass, looking for Amy Garcia. Went off her fingertips, incomplete. But we did see a touchdown from the Lady Vikings. An excellent drive. 3:55 remaining in the third quarter. Now the Gabrielino Eagles starting first down at their own 14-yard line. A little bit of confusion, I want to say, on that snap. But turning out to be a very, very positive run. And still going, switching field for the second time. All the way to about the 40-yard line. Finally, the stop is made. Oh, what a run that time from Caitlin Wong. So the Gabrielino Eagles responding with a huge run, getting to about the, I want to say from here, it looks like about the 40-yard line or even more, already in Mountain View Viking territory.
You need this still?
But hold on, a whistle is blown. Is it for delay of game? Perhaps a false start. We saw the Gabrielino Eagles players looking at their sideline, asking for, I don't know if it was the play call or some kind of instruction. Looks like there, either way, it looks like there was some kind of confusion. So a 5-yard penalty that will back up the Eagles a bit. I can't imagine that'll be too much of a problem for them. Now they're in definitely much better position than where they were earlier. It all took was one excellent run from Caitlin Wong. And they were just inside Mountain View Viking territory. Now here's the snap. A little bit of trouble, nearly dropping the ball. Once again to Caitlin Wong. Switching field once again. Still going. Finally the stop is made. At about the Mountain View Vikings 31-yard line. The handoff, a very quick handoff this time. Getting to about the 19-yard line. It was Sydney Martell. And the Gabrielino Eagles determined to widen this lead once again. Let's see, looks like the center ready to snap this one. The center tonight for Gabrielino, Sarah Velasquez. Looks like a timeout has been called by the Eagles. 1:28 remaining in the third quarter. A 40-6 lead for the Gabrielino Eagles over the Mountain View Lady Vikings. This is varsity flag football action from Viking Stadium at Mountain View High School in El Monte, California. Art of Takari, proud to be bringing you tonight's play-by-play. This broadcast, this stream made possible by the Mountain View High School Vista Academy. So after the timeout, the Eagles have it. Second down, they are at the Mountain View Vikings 21-yard line. Chloe Trieu directing traffic. Got one in motion. The handoff to Wong. Trying to make the stop. Only got a few yards that time. Want to say about 3. And that time it was Leslie Pineda able to make the stop. Coming up on 1 minute remaining in the third quarter. First down. But wait, hold on a moment. I think we saw that. That was very easy to see. Another false start penalty. This will back up the Eagles once again. 5-yard penalty, but they do get to repeat the down. The handoff once again, this time it was Sydney Martell. Got 5 seconds remaining. Will they be able to get this play off? And actually, they will not. That is the end of the third quarter. It is 40-6. There was 40-0 at the half. The only points in the third quarter came from the Mountain View Lady Vikings. Once again, that was Luna Buelna, the freshman, with a 19-yard touchdown run. Like I said before, able to play as a running back, wide receiver, or as a defensive back. Ready for the start of the fourth quarter. The Eagles looking to add to their lead. And Trieu, I was about to say back to pass, instead pitches it out to Caitlin Wong. The stop that time made by Leslie Pineda, number 10. That'll bring up third down from the 15-yard line. Trieu back to pass this time. Throws it into the end zone off the fingers of Luna Buelna. Incomplete. That will bring up fourth down. A good defensive play from Luna Buelna. She has definitely provided a spark today for the Lady Vikings, on both, whether she's playing as a running back or as a DB. Trieu once again throwing this one deep into the back of the end zone. Incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. That time she was looking for Genesis Rivas Granados. And Buelna able to get her hand on that one. I think she was probably trying to intercept it, but would have been tough at her from where she was. But either way, turnover on downs. Lady Vikings will take over at their own 15-yard line. The handoff to Buelna. She's got blockers. Able to turn the corner. An excellent run. Getting up to about their own 27-yard line. So a 12-yard gain on the run. Salazar with the quick pass to Maldonado. Lost her footing a bit. Rolling over a couple times. I'm not sure if she's hurt or she upsetted herself for losing her footing. I just wanted to get off the field as quick as possible. Of course, we all hope she's okay. Play continues. It's third down. The pass from Salazar. And that one was going to be very difficult for Sarah Ayala to catch. Now we'll make it fourth down. Can't imagine that the Vikings will want to bring on their punt team. So a big fourth down play for the Lady Vikings. Salazar looking to pass. Gets rid of it quickly, but unable to make the catch that time. Just looking for Leslie Vargas. And that will be a turnover on downs. The Gabrielino Eagles will take over. 8:15 remaining in the fourth quarter. Or from here, it looks like actually, no, there was a little bit of a mistake on my part. Now it is fourth down, so now it looks like the Vikings will be punting. And that snap went off the fingertips of Luna Buelna. So no punt this time. Earlier today was Amy Garcia that was doing the punting. And now that is where the Eagles will take over. So Gabrielino taking over at the Mountain View 19-yard line. And the handoff over the middle. And that time the carry was given to Dene De Jesus. And got to the Mountain View 10-yard line. Chloe Trieu pitches it out to Caitlin Wong, and yes, she's in for the touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run for Caitlin Wong. And that makes it 46-6. Now the Gabrielino Eagles with the conversion try. Trieu back to pass, gets it very quickly. Was able to get that actually to Maite Lopez, but was unable to get into the end zone. Coming up on 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The score is now 46-6 in favor of the Gabrielino Eagles. Salazar, a short pass to Luna Buelna, looking for her blockers, was being very patient. Gotta like how she was waiting. And got about 4 or 5 yards on the catch. We'll bring up Actually, yeah, it should be from here. Looks like it's good enough for a first down. And the snap a little too much for Marley Salazar. That'll back up the Vikings quite a bit. And that will bring up second down and long. Salazar's pass. Caught by Buelna. Got a few yards on the catch. And we can see that Buelna definitely has been Marley Salazar's favorite target in this game. Salazar looking to pass. That one, it was caught very nicely. What a play, and still going. Finally, the flag is pulled, but what a catch that was from Jaylene Rodriguez. What a play. At one time, you're kind of wondering if maybe that one could have been intercepted. But an excellent play nonetheless. A huge gain for the Mountain View Lady Vikings as they go deep into Gabrielino Eagles territory. So this second half has easily been much better for the home team, the Lady Vikings. Will they be able to add another touchdown? The snap, Salazar with the pass. It is caught by Maldonado. Looks like the flag was pulled at about the 15-yard line. Three minutes remaining. The quick handoff, now the reverse. Maldonado, will she be able to switch the field? Was actually not able to that time. Well, we see Salazar try and throw this one into the end zone. You're coming up on basically 2.5 minutes remaining. Down 46-6. Why not take a shot to the end zone? It is third down. Salazar looking to pass. Has Buelna blocking for her. Into the back of the end zone. Was looking for Anaya Maldonado, but that was going to be a very tough play to make. So this will bring up fourth down and long at the Gabrielino 16-yard line. Looking to pass is Marley Salazar once again. She is going to the end zone. Incomplete. That time I was looking for Leslie Vargas. And it will be a turnover on downs, and the Gabrielino Eagles will take over. So the clock continuing to run. We got 55 seconds remaining. At this time, I want to go ahead and recognize the hard work of the Mountain View High School Vista Academy for their hard work in getting this stream put together. We want to thank Dylan Silva Perez, Benny Bautista, Isaac Edwards, Toby Perez, Elidel Duarte Diaz, Ashley Romero, Jacob Reyes, Amy Torres, Jennifer Rivera Rivas, Kelly Ramirez, Emily Saldana, Melanie Altamirano, Silali Hardon, Heather Solis. And of course, also want to thank the man who's in charge. They call him the man behind the scene, the man with the plan. He is John Mann. We've got 13 seconds remaining, and this should finish off this match between the Gabrielino Eagles and the Mountain View Lady Vikings. Looks like the final score will be 46-6 in favor of the Eagles. Another tough game for the Mountain View Lady Vikings. Their lone touchdown tonight, a 19-yard touchdown run from the freshman Luna Buelna. That was in the third quarter. I'm glad you were able to join us tonight for this broadcast of girls varsity flag football. I'm Art Iftikhari, proud to have been able to bring you tonight's play-by-play. We'll see you next time for some more Mountain View High School sports action.